cross-industry organization for project management. This is the Project Management Institute. It can be found on the web at www.pmi.org. The PMI has been around since 1969 and is a nonprofit organization that was established to really standardize the approach of project management. Now, as I've mentioned, project management, one of the beauties, is it's cross-industry, right? There is no industry that is not touched by projects. So the PMI has been able to create an organization that crosses industries and allows project managers to really learn and grow and develop these standards, because as we progress and we learn more and more about projects, we're able to further refine our approaches. The PMI is a great organization to leverage and skill set for new project managers. They have 420,000 members to date in 250 chapters in over 70 countries. So there are a lot of local chapters. Right here in Phoenix, we have the Phoenix PMI chapter, which happens to be an award-winning chapter last year. Tucson also has a chapter, and again, globally, there are 70 chapters worldwide. PMI offers a lot of continuing education programs for their members, different dinners, breakfasts, where you can network and can learn what's out there and available to you. But one of the most important things about PMI, other than the networking and the PDUs, is that they offer credentials. And these credentials are pretty important. Actually, they're two of the highest recommended and recognized credentials that are out there in the industry. The first one is the Project Management Professional, the PMP. That's what I have. The PMP is one of those credentials that you definitely earn. You have to demonstrate significant amount of experience in projects, leading and directing. Your title doesn't have to necessarily be project manager, but you have to be responsible for the objectives of the project and leading and directing areas of that project. If you have a bachelor's degree, that means you have to have 4,500 hours of verifiable experience. Okay? If you don't have a bachelor's degree, but with a high school diploma, you need to have 7,500 hours of project management experience. And again, with that, you want to make sure that it's unique and non-overlapping, and they will only give you credit for 40 hours a week, even though we know a lot of times we work more than 40. And so as you look at your background and your work history and evaluate if one of these credentials would be right for you, the first check would be to say, okay, how many hours in the past 8 years have I worked on projects? If you have the 4,500 hours or 7,500 hours, the next step is to be able to meet the educational requirement. Educational requirement for the PMP is 35 hours of contact education in project management. TrainingtoYOU offers a great project management prep program that will meet that requirement for you. 35 hours gives you a solid introduction to the project management body of knowledge and gets you prepared for that exam. For PMP, the exam, which is a tough one, is a 4-hour, 200-question exam. It's not an easy test, but it is attainable. It is definitely able to be done if you have properly prepared. And again, the course that's provided here is a great way to do that. Now let's say you don't have quite that amount of hours. Maybe you're relatively new to project management, or perhaps it's been greater than 8 years since you've had the time in the field. That's okay, because PMI has created a relatively new credential called the Certified Associate in Project Management, the CAPM, C-A-P-M, and it was designed specifically for folks that were relatively new to the field, didn't quite have the experience requirement, but still allowed them to gain those credentials. The CAPM requirement is 1,500 hours of project experience, or, and here's the great or, a 23-hour project management course. And again, the PMP CAPM prep course here at TrainingtoYOU meets that requirement. The CAPM is, again, also has an exam with it. It's 150 questions, and you have 3 hours to complete that exam. So great options available to you. Take a look at your experience and say, where do I fit in this? If I have a significant amount of experience, the PMP, Project Management Professional, might be the way to go. If not, the CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management, is a great option. On behalf of Training to You, Computer Career Institute, and myself, Belinda Fremo, I wish you well on your journey and hope to see you in class.